Welcome back to the official FinFlix, where we try to make finance easy, interesting, and fun. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most powerful financial tools in existence, credit cards. You probably think you know how credit cards work. Swipe, spend, pay, repeat. But what if I told you there are secrets they don't want you to know? Behind the glossy rewards, zero-interest ads are hidden fees, psychological tricks, and profit engines designed to keep you in debt. By the end of this video, you'll see credit cards for what they truly are. Learn to leverage them to grow your score. Avoid the pitfalls of credit cards. Rack up perks and rewards without regret. And even use debt as a strategic weapon to build real wealth. We will be breaking this video into 6 chapters to make it more easy to follow. Chapter 1. The truth they are hiding. Chapter 2. Credit and Consumer Debt 101. Chapter 3. Grow credit effectively. Chapter 4. Maximizing perks and rewards. Chapter 5. Avoiding bad credit. Chapter 6. Healthy credit card habits. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Part 1. The 4 hidden profit models. Credit cards feel effortless to use. But behind the plastic lies a hidden profit machine, engineered to turn every purchase you make into revenue streams you never see. Number 1. Interchange fees. The unseen toll. Every time you use a credit card, the merchant pays an interchange fee to the card network. That's Visa, MasterCard, or Amex. It's typically 1 to 3% of your purchase price. So when you buy coffee for $5, the cafe might only see for $1.85. What happened to those leftover 15 cents? It's split between your bank and the network. Why you don't feel it in your pocketbook? It is actually quite simple. Merchants simply bake these fees into every product they sell, where they will ask you how you are paying today. And if you say credit, they will add this fee without you even knowing it. Why does it matter? This hidden surcharge can total hundreds of billions of dollars in fees worldwide each year, and it often does. It's the engine that lets issuers offer flashy rewards programs, because they're already collecting on every single swipe made. Number 2. The not-so-hidden interest income. The average credit card annual percentage rate, also known as an APR, hovers around 20% in North America. If you carry a $1,000 balance for a year at 20%, you'll owe roughly $200 in interest alone, or more depending on how your loan is compounded. It would cost you $219.39 in interest payments if it was compounded monthly, and it would cost you $221.30 compounded daily. Here's the kicker. Most credit card interest compounds daily. That means your bank calculates interest every single day based on your current balance. Miss one payment, and boom, interest on interest kicks in. The minimum payments trap. If you only pay the 2% minimum on that $1,000, it could take you over 10 years to zero out and pay that loan off. And you'll shell out around $900 in interest. Creditors bank on the fact that most people will pay late, carry balances, or only clear the minimum, because that's where the real profits lay. Number 3. Fees galore. Late fee, over-limit fee, and annual fee. Interest isn't the only gravy train. Credit card companies layer on a suite of fees designed to boost revenue even further. Late payment fees. Miss the due date by 1 day, and you could incur a $29 to $39 penalty, plus a hike in your APR to a punitive rate. Over-limit fees. If you charge beyond your credit card's limit, you will be declined. But some issuers still let the purchase through. And you guessed it, for a fee of $25 to $40 of course. Cash advance fees. Need cash? Expect a 3 to 5% fee on top of a higher APR that starts accruing immediately. Annual fees. Premium cards charge $95 to $550 per year, offset by lofty travel benefits on paper. If you don't use those perks, it's pure profit for the credit card companies. All these extras can add hundreds of dollars to your annual card cost, even if you're diligent about paying off your balance. Lastly, number 4. Ancillary revenue. Beyond fees and interest, credit card issuers monetize you in other, less obvious ways, and quite frankly uncomfortable ways. Data licensing. This is your spending patterns, where you shop, what you buy, and so on. This information is aggregated and sold to advertisers keen to target your next purchase. Cross-selling. For example, if you open a travel credit card and get pitched a personal loan at 15% APR, borrowers who say no thanks still get marketed aggressively for years. Partnership kickbacks. Retail co-branded cards. Think airline or department store cards. These cards share every swipe's profits between the bank and the partner brand. It's a vast ecosystem. Every swipe not only earns direct fees, it also fuels marketing databases and partnership deals that enrich the issuers yet further. Armed with this knowledge, you can shop smarter, choose no-fee cards, pay your balance in full each month, and opt out of data sharing where possible. Understanding their game is the first step to mastering yours. Part 2. The psychology of the plastic. Number 1. Decoupling pain from the purchase. Studies show consumers spend up to 100% more when paying with credit versus cash. When you use cash to pay, it activates a spot in your brain. One controls pain and loss aversion, and the second part of your brain that is activated controls our emotional processing. Because of this, we can actually feel the pain of paying with cash, and are more wise when it comes to our spending habits. Credit card companies know this all too well. When we spend with credit, it feels like monopoly money to us. It's just imaginary numbers on a screen. Number 2. Mental accounting and fungibility. Our brain categorizes money into separate accounts: rent, groceries, entertainment. Credit cards blur those lines. Fungibility illusion is all dollars are the same. But when you see separate line items on your statement, you convince yourself the money is budgeted elsewhere. For example, you've mentally earmarked $100 for dinner. Then you swipe your credit card for $100 on shoes and still feel okay charging a $60 meal because it's under the dining category. The result is you think you're spending within budget, but you're just shifting mental weights around and actually overspending. Number 3. Reward illusions and instant gratifications. Point rewards and cashback are tantalizing. That small dopamine hit every time you earn 1%. But it's a classic bait and switch. It's actually hyperbolic discounting. We overvalue immediate rewards over long-term cost. The lure of 2% back today outweighs the invisible 18% APR you'll pay tomorrow. If you carry a balance. The framing effect. Issuers frame rewards as free money. You ignore the subtle costs baked into higher merchant fees and interest. They also have very clever design. Progress bars on apps, tiered bonuses, monthly statements that highlight rewards earned, all keeping you hooked on chasing the next payoff. Number 4. Social proofs and status symbols. Credit cards are status symbols too. Think metallic finishes, exclusive lounge access, or invitation-only designs. It triggered a powerful social influences. 1. Social proof. Seeing influencers flaunt luxury cars on Instagram makes you believe this is how winners spend. And a scarcity bias. Cards by invitation only. And perks you unlock. Tap into fear of missing out, pushing you to spend more to feel so-called elite. Number 5. Framing, defaults, and choice architecture. Never underestimate choice architecture. This is how options are presented to you. Minimum payments. Default option is set to 2 to 3%, so you click it every time, thinking it's enough. Those defaults keep you in a low payment trap. Autopay opt-out. Issuers bury turn-off autopay links deep in menus, so most people auto-recharge even when budgets shift. Pre-checked boxes. Balance protection, extra insurance, rewards enrollment. Most of these add small fees you never actively agreed to, but quietly pay each month. Always opt in consciously, never accept defaults. Minimum payments, designed to keep you just barely afloat so interest compounds for months or years, maximizing lender profit. Part 3. The marketing mirage. We've all seen the glossy ads, 0% APR for 18 months, or 5% back on rotating categories. But behind these promises lies the marketing mirage. Credit cards offer engineered to dazzle you into spending more. First, those zero-interest teaser rates. They feel like free borrowing until that 18-month window closes, and retroactive interest on every penny kicks in. Next, rotating categories. Earn 5% back on groceries 1 quarter. Gas the next. Sounds great, until you forget to activate and end up losing the bonus and never notice you're back at 1%. And don't get me started on fine print exclusions. Travel credits that expire if you don't pay an annual fee. Up to $200 back that really caps at $50. Each perk is carefully framed to look irresistible. Each twist is designed to keep you chasing the next deal. Here's your defense. Always read the full terms before you apply. Pinpoint the breakpoint. How much spending really unlocks that bonus? And what conditions could cancel it? Compare apples to apples. A 1.5% flat cash card might outshine a 5% rotating one if you miss activations. And remember, if it feels too good to be true, it probably has a catch. Chapter 2. Credit and Consumer Debt 101. Part 1. Revolving credit versus installment loans. Credit comes in two main flavors: revolving credit and installment loans. And understanding the difference is key to mastering your financial destiny. First, let's define them. Revolving credit is your classic credit card. You have a maximum limit. You borrow up to that limit, repay some or all of it, and then borrow again. On a continuous loop. Your minimum payment is usually a small percentage of your balance, and you pay interest on whatever you don't clear each month. Installment loans, think mortgages, auto loans, student loans, are fixed-term borrowing. You receive the full loan amount upfront and then make equal payments over a set period of time until the balance hits zero. Each payment bundles principal and interest together, so your debt steadily shrinks. Now let's dive deeper into revolving credit. Credit limit and utilization. Your credit limit is the cap on what you can borrow. Utilization, the portion you actually use, is a huge credit score driver. Keeping utilization under 30% and ideally under 10% signals responsibility. Minimum payments trap. Most cards require only 2 to 3% of your balance each month. While tempting, paying only the minimum lets interest compound relentlessly, stretching a 6-month balance into years of payments. Flexibility and risk. Revolving credit offers flexibility, emergency funds, short-term cash flow. But that ease comes with higher APRs, often 15 to 25%. Overspend and you trigger fees, interest spikes, and score damage. Strategic uses. Use for recurring subscriptions you'd otherwise forget, or to temporarily bridge cash flow gaps, but only if you have a plan to pay in full quickly. Let's unpack installment loans now. Amortization and predictability. Payments are fixed, say for $100, month over 5 years. Early on, most of that goes to interest later. You chip away at principal. You know exactly when it'll end. Lower rates and longer terms. Lenders often offer lower APRs on secured installment loans. For example, mortgages at 3 to 5% because collateral mitigates their risk. But the longer term means more interest paid overall, unless you refinance or pay extra principal. Impact on credit mix. Credit scoring models favor a balanced mix. Having both revolving and installment accounts boosts your score. But opening too many installment loans at once can trigger hard inquiries and temporarily ding your rating. Some smart tactics. Consider bi-weekly payments on mortgages to shave years off your term, or rounding up each payment to knock down principal faster and save on total interest. So, how do you harness both? 1. Build a healthy credit mix. Maintain at least one active revolving account paid in full monthly, and one installment account in good standing. This diversity shows lenders you can handle various debt types. 2. Master your utilization for your credit card. Automate small payments throughout the month to keep your reported balance low. 3. Strategically pay down installments. When you have extra cash, target installment loans with the highest interest or shortest payoff timeline to free up future cash flow. 4. Use 0% intro offers wisely. A balance transfer card can act like a short-term installment loan. Just ensure you can pay off before the teaser rate expires. 5. Monitor and adjust. Regularly review your credit reports. Track your debt-to-income ratio, aim for under 36%, and adjust borrowing accordingly. Revolving credit and installment loans each have unique strengths and pitfalls. By understanding their mechanics and applying these strategies, you can build credit, avoid traps, and even leverage debt to accelerate your financial goals. Part 2. How debt affects your financial health. Debt is one of the most powerful forces shaping your financial life. Yet most people treat it like a necessary evil. Let's explore exactly how debt impacts your financial health, from your credit score to your cash flow, your stress levels, and even your future opportunities. First, let's define our terms: debt and financial health. Debt comes in two main forms. 1. Revolving loans. Think credit cards. lines of credit, and 2. Installment loans. Think mortgages, auto loans, and student loans. Financial health. This measures your ability to cover expenses today, withstand emergencies tomorrow, and invest in your long-term goals without excessive stress or crippling obligations. Let's take a look at the direct impact on our money. Debt can hurt or help us depending on how you manage it. Let's start with the downsides. Number 1. Cash flow drain. Every dollar you pay toward interest or principal is a dollar unavailable for savings, investing, or fun. High minimum payments can squeeze your budget, leaving no wiggle room for emergencies. Number 2. Credit score consequences. Your debt-to-income ratio and credit utilization make up nearly 65% of your credit score formula. Maxed out cards or high loan balances signal risk, leading to higher rates or outright denials on future credit. Number 3. Interest cost. Revolving debt often carries APRs of 15 to 25%. Carry a balance. And interest compounds daily, turning a $1,000 balance into a $1,000 to $100 bill before you know it. Number 4. Psychological stress. Studies link heavy debt loads to higher anxiety, poor sleep, and strained relationships. That mental toll can ricochet through your work performance and overall well-being. Not all debt is created equal. Understanding the difference can transform your approach. Bad debt, high interest, revolving balances for non-essential spending, vacations, impulse buys. Debt used to inflate lifestyle beyond your means. Good debt, low interest. Installment loans funding income-producing or appreciating assets, education, real estate. Borrowing strategically to leverage opportunity like a mortgage with a 3% rate. When your investments can earn 7% or higher. When used properly, good debt can accelerate wealth creation. But the line between the two often blurs if you lose control of your spending. Here are actionable steps to keep debt from derailing you. Number 1. Establish a debt payoff plan. For example, you could utilize either the debt avalanche or debt snowball. The debt avalanche tackles high APR accounts first to minimize interest. And with the debt snowball method, we pay off smallest balances first to build momentum. Number 2. Maintain healthy utilization. For revolving credit, keep utilization under 30%, ideally below 10%. Make multiple small payments each month to lower your reported balance. Number 3. Refinance and consolidate. Shop for lower-rate personal loans or balance transfer cards with 0% APR offers. Just have a clear payoff timeline. Consolidation reduces complexity and can shave years off repayment. Number 4. Automate and calendarize. Automate at least the minimum payment to avoid late fees. Use calendar alerts for large installments to ensure they never slip through. Number 5. Build an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account protects you from turning to high-interest credit in a crisis. Part 3. When good debt turns bad. Let's recap why some debt is considered good. If finance is appreciating assets, your home or education, that ideally grow in value or boost earning power. It comes at relatively low interest rates. Think 3 to 5% mortgage APR or 4 to 6% federal student loans. It can be tax deductible. Mortgage interest and some business loan costs reduce your taxable income. Good debt leverages tomorrow's gains to accelerate your goals today. The tipping point, when good debt flips bad. Even the best debt can swerve off course. Watch for these red flags. Number 1. Over-leverage. You borrow more than you can comfortably service. A house that seemed affordable at 3% becomes crushing when rates reset or your income dips. Number 2. Negative cash flow. Your rental property's rent no longer covers the mortgage, taxes, and maintenance. Number 3. Stagnant or depreciating assets. You financed a vehicle that immediately lost 20% of its value the moment you drove it off the lot. Number 4. Rising debt-to-income DTI ratio. As you take on new debt, your DTI creeps above 36%, making any additional borrowing prohibitively expensive. Try to keep it under 36% for healthy borrowing. Let's make a little case study. Meet Mike. In 2018, he took a $300,000 mortgage at 3.5%, expecting steady home appreciation and a promotion. Then rates climbed, his bonus was slashed, and property values plateaued. His monthly payment jumped by $200 after refinancing to cover cash flow gaps. With 3 credit cards maxed out for home repairs, He now pays 20% APR, transforming good mortgage debt into dangerous high-cost borrowing. Mike's story shows how quickly supportive debt can spiral out of control when external factors shift. When good debt turns bad, the fallout hits you on 3 fronts. Number 1. Crippled cash flow. Minimum payments swallow your surplus, starving savings, investing, and everyday accounts. Number 2. Credit score damage. Late payments or high utilization on credit cards drag your score down, raising all future borrowing cost. Number 3. Emotional toll. Sleepless nights, stress over bills, and strained relationships over money worries. Left unchecked, you risk a debt spiral, borrowing to pay borrowing, fees piling atop of fees. A very brutal cycle to be in. Here's how to rescue yourself when good debt sours. Refinance or modify terms. Shop for lower rate loans. Lock in fixed rates to eliminate surprises. Or extend terms to shrink monthly payments. Prioritize high-cost borrowing. Attack 20% APR credit cards with extra payments. Consider a 0% balance transfer card. If you can pay it off within the promo period, boost income or reduce expenses. Side hustle profits or trimming discretionary spending free up cash for debt payoff. Build an emergency cushion. A 3 to 6 month fund prevents you from sliding back into high-interest debt when the next crisis hits. Reevaluate asset viability. If a rental property consistently runs at a loss, for example, it may be smarter to sell and redeploy capital elsewhere. Chapter 3. Growing credit effectively. Part 1. Mastering utilization. Your credit utilization ratio is how much of your available credit you're using. It is one of the single biggest levers to boost or tank your credit score. Master it, and doors to better loans, lower rates, and higher limits swing wide open. Let's break down exactly why it matters, and step-by-step tactics to keep yours in the sweet spot. Credit utilization is simply the percentage of your total revolving credit that you're carrying as a balance. If you have to cards one with a $5,000 limit and a $1,000 balance, another with a $2,000 limit and a $600 balance, you're using $1,600 of $7,000 available. That's roughly 23% utilization. So, why does this number matter? FICO and other scoring models treat utilization as 30% of your score calculation, second only to payment history. High utilization sends a red flag, risky borrower. Low utilization says, you're financially responsible. Utilization under 30% signals responsible credit use. Under 10% is even better, often unlocking the highest score bands. Above 30%, lenders worry you're overextended and your score can drop by 20 to 40 points or more. For example, a borrower with a perfect payment history but 60% utilization may score lower than someone with a 720 score and 5% utilization. It's that influential. Here's how to nail your own ratio, even with multiple cards. List each card's balance and limit its statement closing date. Divide balance by limit per card, then multiply by 100 to get the percentage. To find your overall utilization, sum of all balances divided by sum all limits. Ready to wield utilization like a pro? Try these tactics. Number 1. Multiple and cycle payments. Don't wait for the due date. Pay down your balance several times monthly, so the reported number stays low. Number 2. Ask for limit increases. A higher limit with the same balance lowers your ratio instantly. Just be cautious. Some raises trigger a soft pull, others a hard inquiry. Number 3. Distribute balances across cards. Instead of maxing one card, shift charges to underused cards to keep each individual utilization low. Number 4. Use a clearing account. Preload a debit-based clearing account tied to your card. Every swipe draws down from that prepaid pool, keeping reported balances at zero. Number 5. Pause charges when near 30%. Track real-time spending in your bank's app or third-party tools like Mint. When you hit 25 to 28%, slow down non-essentials until next cycle. Number 6. Open new card judiciously. A new card can lower your overall ratio by adding fresh limit, but don't let new inquiries or annual fees undermine the benefit. Let's remember to set up automated alerts within your issuer's app to notify you when a card's balance crosses 20% or 30% quarterly. Pull your free credit report summaries and verify the utilization shown matches your calculations. Small mismatches can cost points. Credit utilization is one of the simplest yet most powerful scoring levers you control. Keep it low. Keep it consistent and watch your credit score climb. Part 2. Building a credit history. Building a strong credit history isn't magic, it's a series of intentional steps that show lenders you're reliable. Why does your credit history matter? Your credit history is the financial report card for lenders. Landlords and even employers check to gauge your trustworthiness. A robust history unlocks low-interest loans, premium credit cards, better insurance rates, and more negotiating power. Without it, you'll pay higher rates or get shut out entirely. Step 1. How to get started the right way. First, you need an account that reports to the credit bureaus, to reliable options. Number 1. Secured credit card. Deposit $100, $500, and get that amount as your limit. Use it responsibly. And issuers report your on-time payments. Number 2. Credit builder loan. You borrow a small amount that's held in a locked savings account. You make fixed monthly payments. And when it's paid off, you get the lump sum plus a positive payment history. You'll have your first trade line set up in just 30 to 60 days. Step 2. Leverage authorized user status. Ask a trusted friend or family member to add you as an authorized user on a seasoned, well-managed credit card. Their positive payment history and long account age boost your own profile without you touching the card. Warning: only do this with someone who never misses payments or maxes out their limit, because their negatives transfer too. Step 3. Keep accounts open and utilization low. Longevity is gold. 15% of your FICO score comes from average account age. Even if you rarely use an old card, keep it active with a small recurring charge, just $1 on a streaming service, and pay it off immediately. Credit utilization. How much of your available credit you're using accounts for 30% of your score. Aim to keep each card below 30% utilization, ideally under 10%. Make multiple and cycle payments so your balance on the statement closing date is always low. Step 4. Diversify your credit mix. Lenders like to see you can handle different types of debt. After you've established a solid card history, consider a small installment loan. Like a personal or auto refinance loan, make every payment on time. A balanced mix revolving credit and installment loans strengthens your profile and demonstrates responsible management across the board. Step 5. Monitor, dispute, and protect. Finally, check your credit reports from Equifax and TransUnion at least once a quarter. Look for errors, wrong balances, unfamiliar accounts, or late payments you didn't make. Dispute inaccuracies immediately. Enroll in a free monitoring service or set up alerts to catch suspicious activity early. Identity theft can demolish years of good work in days. Building credit history is a marathon, not a sprint. Start with the reporting account. Leverage authorized user status. Keep your age and utilization optimized. Diversify your mix and guard your file vigilantly. Follow these steps consistently, and you'll grow credit effectively, opening doors to better financial opportunities. Part 3. Diversify your credit mix. Ever feel like your credit score has plateaued? The secret to breaking through isn't just paying on time, it's diversifying your credit mix. Credit mix refers to the variety of credit accounts on your report. Revolving credit, like credit cards and installment loans, mortgages, auto loans, student loans. Scoring models reward borrowers who handle multiple credit types responsibly, because it signals they can juggle varied obligations. Why does diversification matter? Payment history is king at 35% of your FICO score, but credit mix is also significant at 10%. A balanced profile can give you a 20 to 30 point bump compared to someone with only credit cards or only loans. Lenders see mix as evidence you're versatile and low risk. Let's look at some strategies to diversify your mix. Number 1. Open a small installment loan. Credit builder loans or personal loans of $1,000, $5,000 reported monthly billed installment history. Make every payment on time to cement that track record. Number 2. Maintain at least one revolving account. A low balance, no fee credit card, paid in full each cycle, keeps your revolving piece active and healthy. Aim for utilization under 10%, but no higher than 30%. Number 3. Consider a retail or co-branded card. Store cards or airline cards add another revolving line. Just watch for high APRs and avoid balances. Number 4. Leverage authorized user status. Piggyback on a seasoned cardholder's history. Your file picks up age and payment data immediately. Number 5. Evaluate a mortgage or auto refinance. If you already have a home or car, refinancing at a lower rate refreshes your installment record and can improve terms. Be cautious though. Diversify, don't overdo it. Hard inquiries. Each new application can knock a few points off your score, temporarily space them out. Annual fees. Don't keep cards open if fees eclipse value. Complexity. More accounts means more due dates. Set up autopay to avoid misses. Part 4. On-time payments. On-time payments aren't just about avoiding late fees, they're the single most powerful action you can take to grow credit effectively. What's the power of payment history? Payment history accounts for 35% of your FICO score, the largest single factor. That means every on-time payment sends a strong signal to lenders. You're reliable, you manage risk, and you deserve the best borrowing terms. Miss one payment, and that red flag can stay on your report for up to 7 years, dragging your score down and inflating every future interest rate. Conversely, a spotless record unlocks lower APRs on credit cards and loans, higher credit limits, access to premium cards and rewards programs, even better auto and home insurance rates in some markets. Ready to ironclad your punctuality? Try these strategies. Number 1. Automate the minimum. Set up autopay for at least your minimum due date. That shields you from forgetfulness and late fees. Number 2. Calendar reminders for full payoff. Schedule a monthly alert 3 to 5 days before your due date for any remaining balance. Use your phone or a digital calendar. Number 3. Sync bills to pay cycle. Align due dates with paydays. If you get paid on the 1st and 15th, adjust card due dates to the 5th or 20th so funds are always there. Number 4. Use third-party apps. Apps like Mint or your bank's bill pay can aggregate due dates and send push notifications or even trigger payments on your behalf. Number 5. Visual dashboard. Create a simple spreadsheet or whiteboard listing each card, its limit, current balance, and due date. Checking it weekly builds awareness. Common pitfalls and remedies. A few hurdles can still trip you up. Here's how to clear them. Number 1. Expired card details on file. When your card number changes, update autopay immediately to avoid a missed payment. Number 2. Overdraft surprises. Link a backup savings or checking account to cover autopay in case your primary balance runs low. Number 3. Multiple due dates. Consolidate accounts when possible. Request to move to cards' due dates to the same day to reduce complexity. Number 4. Billing statement versus due date confusion. Remember, the statement closing date and payment due date are different. Always check the due date, not when the statement posts. And that's a wrap on today's Money Masterclass. If you walked away with even one game-changing insight, smash that like button. Your support fuels our next deep dive and allows us to make better videos with even better content in the future. Now I want to hear from you. What habit will you tackle first? Drop it in the comments below, then let's build this wealth mindset squad together. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an insider strategy. Ready for more? Click on the playlist popping up right now for your next financial glow-up and part 2 of this video. Thanks for watching the official FinFlix. See you in the next video.